if you all permit me, I like to share a poem. Many of my colleagues who are participating and who have attended my previous programs might have listened to this poem earlier also. This poem is especially very relevant to this program, and it is a dedication to all the teachers. We are all teachers here. Yes, I am also a student. A teacher always remain a student to the last breath. In fact, in our lives, in our everyday lives, we need to remain a learner. My dad, who is 97 now, he keeps learning. Every day he refers to the dictionary when he reads three newspapers. He take Times of India, Hindustan Times, and the Tribune, and he keeps a dictionary and a register to make notes. And that is why he is keeping himself mentally and physically fit. And we need to keep on learning. We keep on learning and we keep on growing everyday life. We do not get old, but when we keep on growing, there's a difference between getting old and keep growing in the life. So we have to be learner. And many times we sometimes feel, Preet, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anilji.
Thank you, sir.
So in this session also, we will try to learn.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Rajivji. Uh, I am a person coming from the area of pedagogy in this institute. In this institute, our prime responsibility is the art of teaching, that is planning, impartation of the instructions, planning the instructions, impartation of the instructions, and student evaluation. Three very important components. And we in this institute, besides the technical know-how, we try to whatever little experiences we have in the area of curriculum development, planning of the instructions, and impartation of instruction and evaluation instruction, we like to share with our friends in every program, in every session. One of the very important pedagogy I have learned over 40 years of experience in this institute today. I always come to class not to teach anything, but to learn. And all of you are my teachers. All of you are my teachers. The day I planned this program, my learning started taking place. You were all teaching me. I was expecting that so many people will be coming and I must do something new, improve my presentations, improve my knowledge and experiences, how I'll go about. So you started teaching me. And right now, you are all sitting in your respective places and we will interact with each other. We are all adults, andragogy, but we are all adults and we are learning from each other. So I would request, as I requested in the morning also, that kindly be interactive. Be very, very interactive so that my learning will further enhance. And in the interaction, in the process of interactions, your learning will also improve. Suppose my friend asks a question, you might be hesitating to ask a question, and that aspect of my presentation may not be, in your mind. But when he raises a issue, then we get more clarity on the subjects also. I will start my presentation with a small poem which I wrote long back. I come from Punjab, though I am born and brought up in Chandigarh, but my roots are in Punjab. My ancestors, they lived in Punjab. I wrote this poem in Punjabi. I do not know how many of you will be able to read. Then later on, when I got a feedback, when I was sharing these poems with a group like this, heterogeneous group coming from different parts of the India and abroad, I translated in Hindi. Then later on, my friends from Chennai. Sometimes they said, "Sir, we are not able to understand Hindi also." I said, "Okay, let me translate in English also." So this same poem, I wrote this poem long back on Teachers' Day, and now I think some people have made the YouTube पे इसका किसी ने बनाया वीडियो भी बना लिया शायद से, and some people have made the other presentation on this. But then this poem is dedicated to all the teachers and the roles you are going to play as mentor, as guide, as counselor, and what difference you can make in their life. Long back when I joined this institute in 1985, the salaries of the teachers were very less. I came from the field. I was working as, in the Punjab Irrigation Department as a civil engineer. And suddenly I found that people do not like teachers because the salaries were very less. It was very difficult for my family to find a match for me for the wedding. And I told my principal at that time, PD Kulkarni ji, he was from Maharashtra, Pune. And he said, Pramod, next year you are going to organize the Teachers' Day. And then after a few years of my celebration, Dr. Menon was here and we both were organizing, and I started writing poem on this. I understood the value of the teachers, what role they play. And I mean, we are by designation also teachers. There are other people who have taught us many things in our lives. Yes, our coaches, our mentors, our parents, our brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, grannies, grandpas. Environment teaches us so many things. So I wrote this poem. I want somebody to volunteer to read this poem for all of us. I require 3 volunteers, one from Hindi, who can speak Hindi. Yes, anyone online, you can speak Hindi? Okay, very good. Aapka naam? Asha. We have Asha from Karnataka. She has volunteered to read the poem in Hindi. And I want somebody to read the poem in English. You would like to read it in English? Your name, sir? Vishwaraj. You are from Karnataka again. So we have 2 volunteers in the offline mode. I would be very happy if you can come on my left and right side, Asha and Vishwaraj. And I want somebody to read it in Punjabi also. Anyone who knows Punjabi can read the poem in Punjabi.
Sir, Prabjot ma'am.
आपको पंजाबी आती है ना पढ़नी? आप पढ़ेंगे?
Yeah, sir, sure.
आइए फिर आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर लीजिए और अपने वीडियो को भी अनम्यूट कर लीजिए पॉसिबल है. Thank you so much, Prabjot. And we have, you can see Madam Asha here. She is sitting on my right hand side and she is going to read in Hindi. And we have, we have Vishwaraju. You can see him also here. They are going to read in Hindi and English. So my dear friends, if you understand this poem, very simple poem, you will understand that the role of a teacher in different walks of life. And one of my very favorite quotes, which I like to speak on every Teacher's Day here, is teaching is a profession which teaches all other professions. Teaching is a profession which teaches. The background was this when I wrote this poem, and we will follow a system here now. Prabjot will read in Punjabi. Prabjot, आपको मेरे को पता लग गया कि आप पंजाब से, मेरे को इसलिए मैंने आपको नाम ले लिया. And we have 2 friends from South. Asha is going to speak in Hindi. The read. पहले आप पंजाबी में पढ़ेंगे मैम. Then she will read in Hindi, and then Vishwaraju is going to read in English also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So over
Sir, actually,
to Prabjot first.
Sir, ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ connection ਵੀ ਹੈ. We both are from Punjab University.
Yes, I did my MTech from Punjab University. Yeah.
Okay, sir. I was in UIMS, Sector 25, Chandigarh.
Okay, okay, okay.
हाँ जी
So,
सर
ma'am, over to you.
या ओके मैं नी हाँ मैं अध्यापक हाँ
मैं मैं नी हूँ, मैं एक शिक्षक हूँ।
I am the foundation. I am a teacher.
Little louder. ये बात थोड़ा सा तेज कर लेते हैं. Yes, Prabjot.
हाँ जी ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਕੋਈ ਸੋਭਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਭਾ ਤਾਂ ਗੁੰਬਦ ਤੇ ਮਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਨੀਂਹ ਹਾਂ ਨੀਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਛੁਪੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਨੀਹਾਂ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਦਿਖਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਪਰ ਇਤਨਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨੀਹਾਂ ਹਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਹਿਲ ਹਨ ਨੀਹਾਂ ਹਨ ਤਾਂ ਗੁੰਬਦ ਹਨ
मुझे पता है कि मेरी कोई महिमा नहीं है, गुबोदो और महल की महिमा होती है। मैं नींव
नींव
हूँ,
हूँ.
नींव छिपी रहती है, ये दिखाई नहीं देती, लेकिन मुझे ये पता है नींव के कारण महल
मौजूद
मौजूद है, नींव के कारण
गुंबद
गुंबद मौजूद
मौजूद
है।
है.
I am aware that I have no glory. Dooms and places are glorified. I am the foundation. Foundations remains hidden. These are invisible. But I know this. Palaces exist because of foundations. Dooms exist because of foundations.
When we go to visit Taj Mahal, who cares about the foundation? But we know it very well. As a civil engineer, I can tell you, without foundation, Taj Mahal cannot be there. Without foundation, nothing can be there. We glorify the buildings and the gumbad means the domes. Yes.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਵਜੂਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਜੂਦ ਤਾਂ ਫਲ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਵਜੂਦ ਤਾਂ ਰੁੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਬੀਜ ਹਾਂ ਪਰ ਇਤਨਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੀਜ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਰੁੱਖ ਹਨ ਬੀਜ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਫਲ ਹਨ
मुझे पता है कि मेरी अपनी कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है, फूलों का अस्तित्व है, अ,
वृक्षों.
वृक्षों का अस्तित्व है। मैं एक बीज हूँ, लेकिन मुझे ये पता है वृक्ष बीज से ही और फल बीज से है।
वृक्ष बीज से है और फल
फल
बीज
बीज
से
से
है.
है।
Over to you, sir.
I know that I have no existence of my own. Fruits have existence. Trees have existence. I am a seed. But I know this. Trees exist because of seeds. Fruits exist because of seeds.
Yes. We eat mangoes and throw the.
Seeds.
Who cares about the seed? Magnificent tree. Do we ever care about the seed from which it has come? But then, because of that seed, that tree is there. That fruit is there.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਚਰਚਾ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਜ਼ੁਬਾਨ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਦੀਵੇ ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਚਰਚਾ ਤਾਂ ਚਾਨਣ ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਜੋਤ ਹਾਂ ਪਰ ਹਾਂ ਜੋਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਚਾਨਣ ਹੈ ਜੋਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਦੀਵਾ ਹੈ
मुझे पता है कि मैं लोगों की बातचीत मां नहीं
नहीं
हूँ।
हूँ.
कोई मेरे बारे में नहीं बोलता, कोई मेरे बारे में बात नहीं करता। लोग दिए की बात करते हैं, लोग रोशनी की बात करते हैं। मैं हाँ जोत
जोत बाती.
मैं हाँ जोत, लेकिन हाँ प्रकाश मौजूद है क्योंकि बत्ती
हाँ, बत्ती मौजूद.
मौजूद है, दीपक मौजूद है क्योंकि बत्ती मौजूद है।
I know that I am not in the conversations of people. Nobody speaks about me. Nobody talks about me. People talk about a lamp. People discuss about light. I'm Jyot, mean wick. But yes, light exists because wick exists. Lamp exists because wick exists.
Yes. When we see a good lamp, we don't care about that bati. We care about the beautiful lamp or the light. But without that wick, it has no. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਝਿੜਕਣਾ ਵੀ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਹਾਂ ਝਿੜਕ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਵਕੀਲ ਬਣਿਆ ਝਿੜਕ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਬਣਿਆ ਝਿੜਕ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਜੀਨੀਅਰ ਬਣਿਆ
मुझे पता है कि कोई मुझसे प्यार नहीं करता, लोगों को पसंद है मीठी बातें, मुझे डांटना पड़ता है, लेकिन हाँ डांट की वजह है कोई वकील बन गया, डांट की वजह है कोई डॉक्टर बन गया, डांट की वजह है कोई इंजीनियर बन गया।
I know that nobody loves me. People love sweet talks. I have to scold. But yes,
Sorry. वो बीच में कुछ आ रहा था मैसेज.
but yes, because of the scolding, someone has become lawyer. Because of the scolding, someone has become doctor. Because of the scolding, someone has become engineer.
ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਬਹੁਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਮਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਅਫਸਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਫੌਜੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਡਾਕਟਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਧਿਆਪਕ ਹਾਂ। ਪਰ ਹਾਂ, ਅਧਿਆਪਕ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹੈ, ਅਧਿਆਪਕ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਅਫਸਰ ਹੈ।
मुझे पता है कि ज्यादातर लोग मुझ पर गर्व महसूस नहीं करते हैं। लोग अधिकारियों का सामना देता है, लोग सम्मान देता है, लोग सैनिकों को सम्मान देता है, लोग डॉक्टरों का सम्मान करते हैं। लेकिन मैं एक शिक्षक हूँ। लेकिन हाँ, क्योंकि शिक्षक मौजूद हैं, डॉक्टर हैं, क्योंकि शिक्षक मौजूद है, अधिकारी हैं।
I know that most people do not feel proud of me. People give respect to officers. People respect to soldiers. People respect to doctors. But I am a teacher. But yes, because teachers exist, there are doctors. Because teacher exists, there are officers.
Yes.
क्योंकि मैं नींव हूँ, क्योंकि मैं बीज हूँ, क्योंकि मैं मिट्टी डांट हूँ, क्योंकि मैं बत्ती हूँ जोत, मैं एक शिक्षक हूँ।
Somebody may or may not feel proud of me but I am proud of myself. Why? Because I am the foundation, because I am the seed, because I am the sweet scold, because I am the wick, jot. I am a teacher.
Thank you so much. A special thank to Asha because she coming from South, volunteered to read in Hindi also. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please have a seat. Thank you so much. My dear friends, we are the foundation. We are that batti which gives light. We are that seed which gives shade and fruit and flowers to the people. We are that, sometimes we have to be little mad with our students also to put them in a right way, like our parents do. Sometimes we have to be showing that we are mad with them, strict with them. I will not use the word mad, but strict with them. But then because of that, we are there. Everyone is there. And as I mentioned, डॉक्टर सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्ण जी के जन्मदिन के ऊपर हम लोग मनाते हैं टीचर्स डे. And many of us may not be knowing many of the things about Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishna ji. I will be talking to you, showing you this slide. I will not read many of these things. You can read it by yourself. But I feel very proud in saying that a teacher became a president, the first citizen of the country. This is our strength. A teacher, Dr. Abdul Kalam ji became a first citizen. That is the power of the teaching profession. And you can see around yourself. And I feel I want to share one thing with all of you. I have not many slides, don't worry about it, but I am here to tell you the stories and to share our experiences with all of you. My dear friends, in Hindu religion, we consider Lord Rama as Purushottam, supreme among the human beings. We consider him. And there are many other supreme in different systems, you may call it. And Lord Rama also had a teacher. Yes or no? Yes. Guru Vashisht. There is a very big granth. एक स्क्रिप्चर है बहुत बड़े मोटे काफी मोटा वॉल्यूम है. You might have read Ramayana. You might have read other scriptures also. I am a Bible scholar also, by the way. We will be taking so many examples from the Bible also during my course. But then in our home, every day we read one chapter of Gita also. And, I was brought up in a culture when scriptures were being read. Guru Granth Sahib also, coming from Punjab. So, somebody recommended me at a much later stage that you must read another scripture than the Ramayana. That is Yog Vashisht. It is published by Gita Press again. Gita Press in Gorakhpur in UP. They publish so many our Hindu scriptures, and they have published Yog Vashisht also. And the beauty of the Yog Vashisht, any one of you might have read it, I do not know, but I read it cover to cover number of times. It is a very thick volume, as thick as almost Ramayana, in which Lord Rama asks questions and Guru Vashisht answers them. Can you imagine the depth of that Granth? When Lord Rama was a student and his mentor was, and all of you are Vashishts. Vashisht is not a name of the person only, but it is a seat on which all of you are there. My friends online, you are all teachers. And we do not know who is Ram in our class, who is Jesus in our class, who is Muhammad in our class, who is Guru Nanak Dev Ji in our class. Guru Nanak Dev Ji also had a teacher. Yes or no? Everyone. Jesus came to India. He went to Himalayas, from where he learned so many things. Yes, if you read the history very well. And I am trying to say that if we want Satyug, so-called, that times when we have people like Lord Rama, Purushottam, Purusho mein Uttam, to be there, we are all there. And we have to play a very significant role. Besides the Dhanush Vidya, jo usne Ramchandra ji ne as a Kshatriya, as a king, he wanted to learn he learned the other arts. How to be a good human being, how to be a good administrator, how to manage the finances, how should I have a relationship with my wife, with my children, with everyone, with my father and everything. Yes. And this is what, his teachers, Guru Vashisht, and his question answer. If you ever get an opportunity, it is a not very expensive book. You can order for it, or maybe in some outlet in your nearby Gita Press ke outlet, sab jagah pe hai India mein, you can buy and read it. And try to learn and put yourself in the seat of Vashisht. You are already there. You are already there. Yes? This is why I wanted to share with you. Now, coming back to, I'm a little sentimental person, so I get sentimental here and there. Sarvapati Radhakrishna ji, some things about him. Professor of Philosophy. We have Dr. Shivani, who's going to come us on Friday, Professor of Philosophy, going to teach us something on creativity. Vice Chancellor at Andhra University, Banaras Hindu University, and Chancellor from 53 to 62 at Delhi University also. "27 times he was nominated for the Nobel Prize." Can you believe it? A teacher. I have so many stories about Radhakrishna ji. Whenever time will come, I will try to share those stories with you. It is so inspiring to meet and to know about this person. We can meet a person sometimes we meet him or her through his or her writings and his stories. Yes, nobody has met Jesus probably among us, but we can meet him through his Sermon on the Mount. 11 times for peace and 16 times for literature. He used to calm down the crowd in the Rajya Sabha by reciting Vedic shlokas or the Bible scriptures. He was a scholar in Bible also. 52, he became Vice President of India. 62 to 67, he was And thank you, my dear friends. I just wanted to share with you at the beginning of my session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This session is on the concept and significance of guidance, counseling, and mentoring. And I try to tell you, okay, what kind of responsibility as a teacher we are having. Uh, Being a teacher, you are also brother or sister to somebody. You are also daughter or mother to somebody. You are friend to somebody. You are sister. Your sister or brother to somebody. And we continue to play. A teacher remains teacher from the core of his heart and mind and his soul also. Even when I am home, I am a teacher. I remain teacher. Yes or no? एक फौजी फौजी रहता है ना हमेशा. Similarly, a teacher will always remain a teacher and teacher to himself also. This story is about forgiveness, teacher and student. The title of the story is Forgiveness, and it is about a teacher and the teacher is playing the role of a mentor, a counselor, a guide, a coach, besides teaching a small children. There are so many friends who are coming in the contact mode in this hall, conference hall 2 to from the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu also, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
So, Manjula ma'am, what subject you teach?
I teach computer science, sir.
You are a computer science scientist. Okay.
Yes.
So, Manjula ma'am has volunteered to read the story for all of us. This story is very meaningful, very, very meaningful. Please try to understand. I feel that the story lasts long. The story which I learned from my granny, my grandmother, I still remember them. The principles, formulas, and equations which I learned, and some of the teachers taught me those principles, formulas, and lesson through stories. That are with me always. They always remain. They become my story when I am designing certain things, doing certain things. Over to you, Manjula ji. Now, before you start, let me tell you that this story is very interesting, and the role of a teacher as a mentor, guide, counselor, and as a coach is reflected in this story. That is why I'm sharing this story with all of you. Over to you, Manjula ma'am.
Okay, sir. A young man saw his primary school teacher in a gathering. He went to greet him with all the respect and admiration. He said to him, "Do you remember me, teacher?" The teacher said, "No. Please introduce yourself."
Primary school teacher meeting after years. The teacher has not changed much other than the gray hairs and little bit, but the student have grown now. So he asked the teacher, "Do you remember me, teacher?" Teacher says, "No, please introduce yourself."
The student said, "I was your student in the third grade. I am the one who stole the watch of the child in the classroom. I will remind you, but I am sure you remember the story. One of the boys in the class had a beautiful watch, so I decided to steal it. He came to uh, he came to you crying that someone had stolen his watch. You asked us to stand so as to search our pocket.
Yes, this primary school, third grade, about 7 to 8 years of age, young child steals the watch of a class fellow because he was tempted to see the watch. In all my slides, you will see the images are very, I select the images very carefully. Okay. And the teacher said, okay, we will now search the pockets of everyone.
I realized that my action would be exposed in front of the students and teachers. I will be called a thief, a liar, and my character will be shattered forever. You asked us to stand and face the wall and close our eyes completely.
Yes. He was scared. Now he will be exposed. People will start calling this boy a liar, a thief, and his image will be shattered.
You went searching from pocket to pocket, and when you reached my pocket, you pulled the watch out of my pocket, and you continued until you searched the last to death. After you finished, you asked us to open your eyes and to sit on our chairs. I was afraid you will expose me in front of the students.
Yes. He continued watching till the last.
You showed the watch to the class and gave it back to the boy, and you never mentioned the name of the one who stole the watch. You never said a word to me, and you never mentioned the story to anyone. Throughout my school life, none of the teachers nor the students talked about me stealing the watch. I thought to myself, you gave my dignity that day.
He saved not only his dignity, his self esteem, his self respect, but he also changed and transformed him. If he had exposed him, other boys, other girls in the class would have started calling him as a liar.
Yes.
And they would have labeled him like that. They would have labeled him. And every possibility is that he would have become one. He would have become one with the label. Yes. But then he didn't do that. Teacher didn't do that. The next slide is very, very important. Very, very important. Ma'am, please read it.
The teacher said, I can't remember who stole the watch that day because I searched the pocket of all of you while my eyes were also closed.
Teacher himself didn't want to bias, carry any prejudice in his mind. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Manjula, ma'am. God bless you. You can mute yourself now.
Yes.
Uh, he didn't want to bias himself, so he closed his own eyes before he started searching for the watch. Isn't it so beautiful? He was a teacher and he was also a mentor, he was also a counselor. He was, by his action he was counseling the people, by his action he was guiding the people, by his actions he was the coach, he was the teacher also. And my dear friends, education needs wisdom. Education needs wisdom. We do not require only intelligence, but we require to be wise also. We should be able to be such teachers, such parents, and such leaders, and be able to forgive people in such circumstances. Now, very important thing is, in such circumstances means that boy was not a thief. He was a young boy. Just a temptation came, and some kind of reformation was required. Reformation, you understand? Reform, to reform somebody. We should always calculate the consequences of our, always. Teacher को बहुत ज़्यादा responsibility है. Protecting and reforming is tougher than exposing and उसको expose कर देते स्कूल से, पेरेंट्स को बुला के कहते इसको निकालो हमारे स्कूल से, इज ए thief. It is easier to expose and expel than to protect and reform somebody. But you have to be wise enough to know that when to punish and when to forgive. Forgiveness is very important. As a mentor, many students will come to you as a teacher, as a mentor, as a guide, as a counselor. Many students will come to you and confine with you, hoping that that will remain confidential between you and him or her. Yes, many times I do not like to share things with my parents, even the things I can share with one of the teachers. I had some teachers like that. In my school time में तो थे ही बहुत सारे, there were so many school teachers, I can remember their names also. Up till very recently, my mathematics teacher, Mr. Sohanal Bansal, uh, I was going to his homes many times, stop my car on the way and just take his blessings. He won't recognize me, and he said, "Ke Pramod, I don't recognize you." Later on, when I started going there very frequently, he said he remembered my name also. When the first time I went to his home, I said, "Sir, but I remember you. You taught me mathematics." And because of the mathematics, I got into the engineering college here. And you not only get taught us the mathematics, but then other things in the life. I was confiding with him so many things, and he will give me the best of the best advice based on his or her own experience. Even during the MTech class, my guide who taught me, who gave me the guide, who was my supervisor in the thesis, Dr. P.V. Rao from Hyderabad, Rajmandri se the wo, Andhra Pradesh se. We developed such a good, beautiful relationship with each other. Other than the, my thesis, uh, I feel very honored and proud, and also I am a little sentimental on this. He said that Pramod, during my last rites, I want you to be one of the 4% to shoulder my body. Can you believe it? What kind of teachers we are having? Do we have that kind of a relationship with our students? MTech क्लास में, स्कूल टाइम में तो बहुत सारे टीचर्स ने हमारे को कितना प्यार दिया, कितना कुछ दिया. They transformed us. They protected us. They reformed us. We all do mistakes in the life. No, we all do the mistakes in the life, and we go to temples, churches, mosques, and gurdwaras seeking the forgiveness, but then we do not forgive. Well, friends, this story was on forgiveness. One of the very important aspect of mentoring, guidance, counseling, being a coach, being a teacher is learn to forgive. We are not there to twist the people. We are there to transform our students. Okay, coming to now few of my slides on the subject some more clarifications, some more clarity on guidance, counseling, and mentoring. All right. So, my dear friends, I will like to go to the rudiments. I personally believe that if you are rudiments, you understand, rudiment means the fundamental principles. In another pedagogical tip is that in your classrooms also, try to give lot of attention, spend lot of time on the fundamentals. Do not rush your contents. If the students understand the content, the fundamentals very well, they will themselves learn the higher concepts. Our students lack the fundamentals. So I, in my classes, like to touch upon the fundamentals. Yes, fundamentals of guidance, counseling, and mentoring. As the topic of my discussion is also on guidance, counseling, mentoring, concept, and significance. This pledge I want you to take in every session. I want everyone online and offline here that I am a seeker. I have a pen and paper. I am going to make notes and I will use those notes and I want to learn. You come with the attitude to learn. Even if you know many things, I know many of the things you will be knowing, but some delta X learning will take place in every session by the experts. I like to start my presentation by a very famous quote by Indra Nooyi. If I hadn't had mentors, she writes, if I hadn't had mentors, I wouldn't be here today. I am proud of great mentoring great coaching, coaches or mentors are very important. They could be anyone, your husband, other family members, or your boss. And if you read the testimony of the great people on the earth, I gave you the example of Lord Rama also, even in any industry, in any walk of life, they will like to give due credit to the teachers, the mentors who have mentored them. Like, when somebody new coming to the office, to the institute, new teacher is coming, you are there to mentor. In army, there is a beautiful culture of mentoring. In army, one of the topmost services in the country is that of army. Not only the person who is in the job, who is in the army, but his wife also. When you are posted to a new place, the wives of the other army officers around them, I understand, because many of my family and friends are from the army, they try to mentor her. Okay, what is the culture here? When a new daughter-in-law is coming and joining the family in the army, the other ladies in the army will try to mentor. कि आपका लाइफस्टाइल कैसे होने वाला है, your husband might be posted somewhere else, how you are going to work in the meetings, in the what is the role of the wives in the informal meetings or formal meetings. I mean, that kind of mentoring system is there, and sometimes it is in place, sometimes it is informally done. Informally, you do not have to be a superman to be a mentor, but you can feel like it. There is a great man who makes every man feel small. But the real great man is the man who makes every man feel. The choice is between you, among all of you. You can make everyone feel small, or you can make everyone feel. New employees, students, or those who are undertaking new roles need someone to show them what they must. Somehow we sometimes unknowingly abuse certain systems. The system of mentoring by the seniors to the junior students was very well being done, but somehow it took the shape of ragging. It went up to the extent of some very terrible things. But then, nevertheless, the seniors play a very significant role. In many of the institutions, for example, I know in IITs, in BITS Planning, in many other institutions, the seniors mentor the juniors. I would like to give you one example over here. My son, when 2006, he joined IIT Kanpur. And at that time, UGC and AICT didn't have this kind of a system which we are presently having. But IIT Kanpur had a 7-day interaction sessions, faculty and the students with the students. 7 day they used to have. And 1 day was for the parents also. That now your students, your son or your daughter is with us, how he or she is, we are going to teach him here, you must also know. And I'm talking about the mentors, seniors का क्या रोल रहता है उसमें. Every student was having a बाप कहते हैं फादर को. In Hindi or Punjabi we call it बाप. आप क्या कहते हैं पिता? Appa. So in IIT Kanpur, my son had a baap who was a 3rd-year student. Okay, for everything he would like to go to him, and the 3rd-year boy was having 3-4 students other than Mr. Varun to guide him कि ये teach कैसे यहाँ पे होगा, ये कैसे होगा. For any problem, he will remain his baap till he becomes a baap himself. That is a system prevailing there. But then somehow we abused, we shattered those systems, we abused those systems. उसकी जो नेगेटिविटी है उसको निकाल के, but that system was very good. He still regards and he still is in touch with his बाप. And there are other students who जिसके वो बाप बने, who they are also still in touch with him. I remember my college days, excluding the ragging part of it, we learned so many things from our seniors. And they were like mentors for us for 3-4 years. And we, besides the teacher being the bap of the baps, every teacher was also given responsibility to be at the back of the seniors, so that when the things go out of the hand, and they can also refer to the so and so teacher and so and so teacher. I would like all of you to kindly read this slide, those who are joining online and those who are here also. And because of that BAP, today he himself is a faculty member at IIT Roorkee. I'm telling you this. He gives a lot of credit to him that he taught me so many things, Dad. He guided me that I should be, opting for this kind of a research project, this kind of a subject I should take in the elective, because my interest is in the mathematics and structures. So I will be able to do this. Teachers and the student का इतना बड़ा role रहता है. The purpose of education, I want all of you to kindly read it. You can read it in your mind peacefully. Anyone can explain me or interpret how do you interpret this slide sitting here, or my friends online? Anyone from the remote center? How do you interpret this slide? Ashuji.
Yes, sir, I will. I will love to explain the lines. The purpose and the process of education. Actually, I was enjoying from the very beginning, and I wish to speak while you were speaking the Hindi and Punjabi lines, na, sir. So I wish to intervene, and it was my wish to speak the lines of the Hindi and the English one, because that poem was very good. And
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, it is about the purpose.
पहले
And
थोड़ा सा
the
मैम अपने बारे में बताइए सबको.
Sir, my name is Dr. Anshu Teotia, and I'm working in the IMT University as Dean of the School of Arts and Humanities. And we run here as a BA program, BA Honors, Masters, and PhD in our department.
Okay.
So this platform is very enriching platform for everyone in the department. And we are waiting for this event to get into this, and we are part of this one. And we are waiting for a long time, sir, for this one. So it is a first day, and we are very enthusiastic to be the part of this event. So
Anshuji, how do you interpret this?
Yes, sir.
How do you interpret this?
Sir,
all of you, please.
This is something that which is requirement for every educator and every professional in this field, that where we must acknowledge the purpose and the process of education. So every teacher should acknowledge this one. And if I read the lines, the education is really the process of removing the ignorance that is covering our inner knowledge, which is absolute, perfect, eternal, and supreme. The gist of these lines, sir, that education is a process which enlighten the knowledge, which ignite the minds, which think us to beyond our capacity, and where we think that how we can add some value into the system with the education as well. So it is something that where we remove the ignorance. And it is a blissful activity for everyone, where we find ourselves so fortunate, so privileged that we are a part of this field of the education. So it is something that it is not only to enlightenment, it is a path where we remove the ignorance from the people, from their mindset, from their thought processing and all. And it is a covering of our inner knowledge, which is absolute, perfect, eternal, and supreme. So far, sir, as my knowledge allows me to speak on this one, that it is not only the cover of the inner knowledge, but I find that it is absolute power in an individual to grasp and to have the thinking pattern, the good thinking pattern in which we enable ourselves and to our fraternity to go beyond our capacities into the education field. So it is something that which makes us very empowered, and we feel ourselves blessed to be the part of the education system. So,
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so
sir,
much. Arshi Ansari ji, you have raised your hand. You want to say something? Thank you so much, ma'am.
welcome, sir.
Anyone else, offline or online, want to say something? How do you interpret this?
The soul or atma, whatever we call, it's already absolute
Yes,
perfect
sir.
intelligence.
Hello.
We have
Hello.
been covered.
Just a minute. We are having one friend here who is speaking something. Yes, please.
It's available. It is absolute, perfect, eternal, and supreme. Whatever we have, we call it as Chaitanya, Atma, or soul. But it's because of various factors, it is being covered by our ignorance. So the moment we remove that ignorance, moment we can go into that silent mode, or whatever we call it meditation, or whatever it is, removing that ignorance,
That is the purpose of the education.
the light which is already there, it is covered by this. If you remove that, naturally.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come back to you. Yes, somebody was trying to say something here. Yes, please. You can unmute and now say.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am Dr. Arshi Ansari from IIMT University, Meerut.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sir, the lines you just shared with us defines the true and actual purpose of education. Likewise, education provides a unitary platform to all of us, है ना? Which
Yes.
brings us all on the same board to have the knowledge, to gain the knowledge, and to share it as well.
Yes. Thank you
And
so much.
in the process of sharing the eternal aspect and the supreme aspect you shared, in the process of sharing the knowledge, you yourself learned so much. So that is the eternal aspect of the education.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Tasneem, are you there? Dr. Tasneem? From Nagpur, Anjuman College. Dr. Sandeep, you want to say something?
Sir, as I understand, the meaning of this line is removing the ignorance and किसी के अंदर जो कुछ विशेष होता है उसे पहचानना ही एजुकेशन है. I think
Yes.
so. If you have any something special,
संदीप जी
in
आप
mind.
कहाँ से हैं?
Sir, I am associate professor SAITM Gurgaon.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Well, friends, we can have a complete session only on this slide. But my friend here, sitting here, has got the real essence of the slide here. All of you are saying the good things and right things, but then it is my responsibility to tell you that the essence of the slide. I will give you one example and then you will understand it and appreciate it better. You will understand your role as a teacher, as a mentor, as a counselor, as a guide, as a coach better. You know, there is a seed, there is a tree inside the seed. There is a tree. Every seed has a potential to become a tree. Farmer, gardener, do not put the tree inside the seed. वो सीड के अंदर वृक्ष को नहीं डाल रहा. He is not putting the tree inside the tree. What he is doing, he is giving the right kind of environment and nourishment that the seed can become a. Your students have the inner knowledge which is absolute. They are that absolute. उसके अंदर ट्री के अंदर और सीड के अंदर फ्रेग्रेंस है फ्लावर्स की, स्वीटनेस ऑफ द फ्रूट है, नरिशमेंट है, शेड है, everything is in absolute, perfect and eternal and supreme inside है. Our role is to remove. They do not know about it. They do not know that I have the everything inside me. We need to give them the right kind of environment. कितना पानी चाहिए उसको, ज्यादा पानी नहीं, ज्यादा कम नहीं, कितना उसको फर्टिलाइजर चाहिए. We need to protect it from the outside forces, insecticides. Yes. So we require certain thing, and that is the role of a mentor. You are not there to make him. He already is. He already is. She already is. And your role is to only, as a faculty, to facilitate, to understand that role. In Hindu scriptures, I am sorry to share again, I because that is one thing which is being read in our homes every day. You can think of the examples. I can give you example from the other things also. Hanuman was knowing everything. At one stage, Jamvanji had to tell him that you can go on that side and do this thing. And we require Jamvans in our life. You are all doing the role of a Jaman didn't give him powers to fly. He had that. Your students have that potential. You are all, again, Guru Vashist. Your students already have that with them. Your role is only to realize it. Sometimes we forget our roles. That's the role of the mentor, the teacher. Now, some slides on guidance, counseling, and mentoring. To my mind, broadly speaking, they are all teaching. They all boil down to teaching. But then coaching भी लगा लीजिए इसमें, coaching भी add कर सकते हैं. Even teacher can be known by many names. But then there are hairline differences between them. Please try to appreciate the difference. The literature draws a difference. Guidance is usually the general process of guiding someone through counseling or problem. Somebody has a problem. By guidance, my guide, my supervisor in the PhD or in the MTech thesis, they are trying to solve a problem which I am encountering here and there. Yes. Someone through counseling or through problem solving, you are trying to guide the person. This is the guidance. Counseling refers specifically to the process of counseling by a professional counselor. Based on people's personal or psychological problem. I am having certain problem. I go to Dr. Shilpa or to somebody who is professionally qualified in that area, and he can then guide me. I have certain issues. I can go to so and so person who is professional in that area, then we can call it a counselor. For example, Dr. Shilpa की भी एक टीचर रही हैं, Dr. Ritinder Kohli. She is somehow not able to come in this program because of some problem. She is a master of stress management. She went to USA to, she is also a psychologist teacher and retired as a principal from a college. Dr. Ritinder Kohli is a very senior person now. She is retired long back. Sometimes she come and give lectures on stress management. She went to USA, as mentioned, that on how to manage your stresses and all. And she has taught many of the, Chandigarh and this region में जितने भी psychologist के clinical psychology and other psychology के students हैं, काफी ने उनसे पढ़ा है. They were her students. Once I asked her during the interaction session like this, we have a concept called superiority complex. Some people have a complex that I am very superior. My first slide was talking about that. If you remember that slide, you can make everybody feel, or you can everybody make like this. So some people have a very superiority complex. Some people have inferiority complex. She was delivering lecture. In a context, I asked the question, what is the difference between these two people? You will be all amazed to know, and some of you might be knowing already. She told me that there is nothing called superiority complex. In psychology, there is no complex called superiority. The inferiority complex in those people who pose to be superior is that high, they want to hide from people. Are you getting the point? There is nothing called superiority complex. They are the most, उनके अंदर इतना inferiority complex रहता है, they have so much of inferiority complex that they want to not get exposed to the people, and then they try to show the people that they are superior. Are you with me? So humility is very beautiful thing. Humility, humble. You cannot do anything. I cannot learn anything. I cannot grow without being humble. And because a childlike trust, Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount that there were some children who were trying to rush to him, and then elders were trying to put them little away from him. He said, okay, let them come. Have a childlike trust. Have a childlike trust. Childlike trust means when you are crossing the road, this child is holding your finger and trust that my father will make me cross the road. Yes or no? He doesn't mistrust him. We require that kind of a trust on our teachers, on our mentors, on our guides, on our parents, that they will take us across safely. They will protect us. Childlike trust. And if we do not have that, we do not grow, then we develop some other things. Then the growth process. We get entangled into our own insecurities and many other things. And these are the people, she said, Dr. Ritinder Kohli, who is the authority on the psychology, people who pose to be superior are the most inferiority complex in them. There is nothing called superiority complex, Pramod, in the psychology. Can you understand this? Do not feel that मेरे को बहुत आता है ये. I am the supreme. I am a learner too. And that reminds me of a story. May I share that story? Huh? That reminds me of a story of Sarapalli Radhakrishna ji again. Many of you might not have, because it's not recorded anywhere, so you do not know about that story. One of my friends, he was very senior. He is no more now. I used to invite him as an expert in many of my sessions. He is very well read, double PhD, and so many MAs he has done. MA in languages, and written beautiful books also. He said that once he was taking a trip of the students, excursion trip or educational trip of the students, as we used to have in the engineering colleges. Now that culture is gone. And they were waiting at the platform for their train. He had a group of students. He was leading the students, and they were waiting for their train to come. He said that suddenly there was a commotion on the platform. Commotion, you understand? Disturbance. Everybody was going on the platform. And he said, okay, something was going to happen. And then they said, okay, suddenly everyone was removed from the platform. Only passengers and some not many police people came, these people came. And then shortly he realized Sarapalli Radhakrishna ji is coming to catch the train. And they wanted the security and all those people, they came. He was the president at that time. He was to catch the train, the same train which this teacher and his students wanted to catch. And suddenly he said that I saw that there was one person who was in charge of the commotion. He went to him, this teacher went to him, and he said that, may I meet Sarapalli Radhakrishna ji? And my students can just say namaste to him from a distance. And this teacher, this secretary, some IAS must be there, some very serious IAS become the secretaries. He said, ICS at that time, he said, I will have to ask His Highness whether he will permit. And to cut the whole story short, the meeting was arranged. Sarvepalli Radhakrishna ji was yet to come on the platform, and then he agreed that we will. He went to him and said, so and so school say so and so teacher and some students, they want to say namaste to you. Sarvepalli Radhakrishna ji came in his dhoti and a turban, and he said that he walked on the platform, and this secretary said, sir, this is the man who want to meet, and the students are standing there and they want to say namaste to you. That kind of respect for our leaders in our hearts. And Sarvepalli Radhakrishna ji called this teacher to him. Not only from distance, he said, idhar aiye, mere paas aiye. Then he said, what are you doing? He said, I am a teacher. And Sarvepalli Radhakrishna ji introduced him also. He said, I am a teacher too. Can you believe it? From that day onwards, he said, my perspective about the teacher enlightened. What kind of a role as a teacher I can be. By the aura, by the presence of the person itself, himself. If you are a mentor, you're a guide, he remained a teacher even when he was a president. And who knows better than us? We have listened to Abdul Kalam's so many speeches when he is interacting with his students. Process of counseling by professional counselor based on people's personal and psychological problems. Such a humble person. Humility is the first thing which you require to be a teacher and to be being a president. He said, I am a teacher too. No superiority complex. Mentor, some slides on the mentor now. Mentor is a relationship between two people with the goal of professional and personal. In our kind of setup, we are more on the professional setup, but mentoring goes to the level of personal. So many examples are coming in my mind. Let me cover some slides here, and then maybe in some other session I will try to cover those experiences also. All these things are available, my dear friend. Believe me, much more than this is available on the Google also. I am here to tell the stories only. Abhi 1.5 साल रह गया मेरा यहाँ पे. So let me tell my stories to everyone. A mentor is usually an experienced individual who shares knowledge, experience, and advice with the mentees. Mentees here are students. Mentees are mentor and mentees. Mentees who is less experienced person. Only thing is he is less experienced. Young child अभी नया नया IIT में आया, नया नया आपके कॉलेज में आया, नया नया टीचर बन के आया, नया नया बहू बन के आई है घर में आपके. Yes, a new member. You are all there to mentor. He becomes or she becomes a mentee, and you are the mentors. We all try to teach him. Somebody is trying to teach something. Yes, you understand the concept of mentor and mentee? Mentor is usually an experienced individual who shares his knowledge, experience, and advice to a mentee who is less experienced. You can draw a difference between guide, a counselor, and a mentor. Mentoring. You can explore it further. When you go home, put it in the Google and you will understand it better. Somebody has raised the hand. Let me see. Robin Prakash ji has raised his hand. Robin ji, you want to say something? Robin? One of the pedagogical tips I can give you is never rush. I never rush. I like to listen from my audience because from there I learn. And people who are just nodding their head and sitting silently are also teaching me so many things. Believe me on this. I learn from them also. I cannot permit everyone to speak, but then few of them. I require some audience also to. I'm a very good listener. I am not a good singer. So without listener, Rafi साहब क्या करते फिर? Okay. Anyway, coming to the next one: trainer, mentor, and a coach. A trainer is directly impart knowledge or information to the learner, drawing on the specific expertise. Specific trainer. I train you on this machine. I train you on this drawing. I train you. Trainer is a specific, specialized, narrow area, drawing on their specific expertise through instruction and explanation, or sometimes through demonstration also. Yes. A coach who specializes in helping to unlock the potential of others by observing and measuring the performance level of the learner. When I do the coaching, I told you I was national champion in yoga. My coach, he realized, Dr. N.M. Bogai was my coach. He used to measure my flexibility. He made some machines, how much I can go forward bending, backward bending, side bending, and how can I can improve within 2 months. If you will do this, you will eat this, you will sleep like this, you will do this, your flexibility, and slowly, gradually. A coach who specializes in helping unlock the potential, unlock with the supreme, जो अंदर थी हमारे. Yes, which is, that's why first slide was very important for all of you. Performance level of the learner while setting for them new goals and providing motivation and developmental feedback. कोच क्या करता है? वेरी क्लोजली फीडबैक देता है आपको, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करो, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करो, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करो. A coach. I normally recommend to the people, I take yoga classes also, not only the Hatha yoga, but then Raj yoga, Patanjali's Ashtanga yoga, ultimately Samadhi tak. So usme, I always say perform yoga under some good coach, some good mentor, some good teacher, who should be able to give you the feedback. Aise nahi, aise karo, aise nahi. It's like taking a medicine. You can take any medicine in the chemist shop in India, but you go to the doctor first. He will tell you कि इतना dose चाहिए, कैसे लेना है, कैसे नहीं लेना. Same problem somebody else is having, depending on his or her physiological condition and conditions, he may recommend a different dose. Yes or no? A coach does that. A coach does that. He उसी क्लास में कितने लोग हैं, but he knows कि इसको क्या देना है, इसको क्या देना है, इसको क्या देना है, इसको क्या देना है. So many examples are coming in my mind again. A mentor guides, advises, and helps the learner to master a particular field that the mentor has already mastered and themselves have specific experience and expertise. I'm just trying to draw what the literature is trying to say, the difference between the coach, a trainer, a guide, a counselor. Teaching now, we are all teachers, is a combination of teacher and student activities supported by the best available resources to produce an atmosphere where learning can. You just create an environment by any kind of experience. For example, I am giving you this experience to listening and speaking and sharing stories and all. Sometimes the experience can be putting them in the laboratories, putting them in the workshops, putting them in the industries, putting them doing where learning can take place. Your role is to the learning can take place. Sometimes you put them in a NCC class. Sometimes you put them in an NSS class to develop their social skills. Yes? A teacher focuses on making an individual learn the basic concepts only, and key points to perform a certain process. Teaching must be given in an environment that allows the student to make mistakes. See, I have tried to develop this definition. He must develop an environment which permits the student to make mistakes. because we learn from our mistakes. We do not learn from our correct things. The examination in which I made all the answers right did not teach me many things. The mistake I make in any of the exam, I come to my room and see what mistake I have made, and that remains with me even today. Even my school time mistakes remain with me and taught me so many things. Yes, teaching must be given in an environment that allows students to make mistake without causing any harm to the project or the organization. That's the only thing. The role of a teacher is to focus on his or her communication on concepts, key points, examples, and exercises, which the student need to learn and practice to perform in the real world. I want each one of you to kindly soak it, assimilate it. इसको अच्छे से समझने की कोशिश करिए. This definition I have tried to develop through lot of studies, reading so many philosophers and educationists. Focus on the key points, concepts, examples, exercises. फिर उसके ऊपर उसको practice करने का मौका दें. You have taught certain principle, let him or her apply those principles in the life, in different situations, so that he is ready for the real world. Not only in his job, but in his homes also. Real world. Are you with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dr. Manjula. Okay, I think by mistake. Trainer is a person who teaches skills to people or animals and prepare them for a job, activity, or a sport. So there's a slight difference between a trainer. We require teacher and training both, a combination of them. We want them to do certain things also, and we want them to know certain things also. Teaching is when you are answering the question why. Teaching is when you are answering the question why certain things are happening. Training is how to do those things. There's a difference between why and how. We require why is not enough. We require how also. So we all play the role of a teacher. We play the role of a trainer. In certain conditions, certain things we require to explain them why, and in certain things we must explain them how to do this now. The role of a trainer is directly impart knowledge or information or skill to the learner, drawing on their specific expertise through instruction, explanation, and demonstration. For training to occur, the trainer should have more specific knowledge and skills than the learner. The trainer must be an expert who knows the correct. Then only he or she can give us the feedback. But remember, a good trainer will enable his trainee, the mentee, to transcend his or her expertise in that area. I may be a coach, I may not have won the gold medal, but my trainee can become it. He should understand this very well. Yes? I like to say one thing and then we will close this here. It is now coming, we are getting close to the session. There are so many other slides. Let me see if there is something to be touched upon. Very important thing I'm going to share with all of you. You know, there are only two persons who feel happiest on this earth when you rise. My father was the happiest when I started drawing more salary than him. Yes or no? Those who are father or mothers here can understand this very well. Or you are the children anyway. You feel happiest. I start feeling very happy when my son started working in an organization where I could not even enter. Yes, I am the proud father. There are only two persons who feel happiest on this earth. One is the parents. Second is teachers. So that is the role which we are having. The trainer must be expertise to know the correct way, and then he will enable his student to transcend, to transform, to go above that. I may not have won the certain positions in the Olympics in rowing, but my students have. Manjeet from Firozpur, Punjab, he won double medals in the Olympics. I feel so proud about it. Manjeet ने मेरे से ट्रेनिंग लिया है इधर सुखना लेक पे. Yes or no? But I taught him certain things, whatever little I knew at that time. He came as a raw athlete to me, and then certain skills I learned in my life, I tried to give him. And then he learned so many other skills from the Hyderabad is our main rowing center in Hussain Sagar, where we have the national coaches and who are coached by the international coaches. Yes. But then I cannot forget my primary school teacher who taught me ABC. Yes. Can I ever forget? If I had not known that ABC, if I had not known that counting, could I be now speaking to all of you or reading or writing to all of you? We should not undermine that. This is very important for all of us to understand. The other day we had a group of teachers of primary school. There were 25 of them here, and I was talking to them. And my head went down to give respect. I was remembering my school days when my teacher was teaching me how to speak in English, how to use alphabets, even in Hindi alphabets also, in your own language also, the alphabet, the formal grammar and the vocabulary you learn. Guidance refer to an advice and instructions given to a person by someone with more experience or authority on various subjects. Every teacher has to be a guidance work. Ultimately, mentoring. Ultimate is mentoring. It is a need. It is a need, my dear friends. Let us not limit our roles only to the classroom subject teaching. That is our prime role. There are other roles also. I will go on and on, my dear friends. It is now 1 o'clock. Let me share one example with all of you, and then we will, one story, real life story. Yes? Are you ready? Yes, sir. You have to bear with me now 4 days more. आवा दिन गया अभी तो. I'll kill you by telling you so many stories and experiences. Now, this is a story from second year of my, when I was doing my undergraduate program at Thapar. At that time, there were only 3 engineering colleges, Punjab Engineering College, Thapar and Guru Nanak, Ludhiana, रास्ते में आया होगा आपके. It was very difficult to get into an engineering college at that time. And I was feeling very homesick. I was in a hostel. Patiala is about 65 kilometers from here. We have a beautiful Dukha Nivaran Gurdwara, which is very, very close to what you saw yesterday. But it is not that magnificent. It is not gold. But then you have some golden tombs there also. So I was feeling very homesick. First year student. Our hostel warden was also a teacher. He was electrical professor, Mr. Dhar from Kolkata. He was teaching us electrical engineering in the college, and in the hostel he was our warden. I was feeling very homesick, missing my mother, missing my parents, my brother, my sister, my home, my friends in the street, suddenly in a new environment. And when you are new in a system and you are feeling unwell also. I had diarrhea. मैस का खाना था तो मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, कुछ ज़्यादा कम खा लिया, क्या हुआ? I had a diarrhea. And Mr. Dhar came to know that I am having a uneasiness. He said, okay, because somebody in the college reported to him, so and so student is not coming to the class. देखो कोई रैगिंग वैगिंग का चक्कर तो नहीं है, कोई और प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं हो रहा उसको. दैट्स द रोल ऑफ द वार्डन. आई मीन 1-to-1 मैपिंग होता था हमारे समय में कॉलेज में. And Dhar sahab came to know that I am having a diarrhea. He said, "Ke Pramod, for few days you will not take food in the mess. You will have food in my home." The warden was having given a free accommodation in the hostel. And how much it costs to make a khichdi? How much effort you require to make a khichdi? But I don't forget that khichdi which I took in 78. Can you believe it? The role of a teacher. He said, okay, you can have some dahi, curd, and khichdi, and you will be all right. You don't require any medication. You don't have to go to the doctor, and you don't have a fever. A small infection is there, and it will go. You require little effort, your families. And that kind of love I had from Dr. P.V. Rao also in my MTech classes. From Sonal Bansal, who taught me in the metric mathematics. And that is what I would like to share with all of you. My friends sitting online and my friends sitting here also. Because I had been given that kind of experience, I am sharing that experience with all of you also. Yesterday somebody called me that will we be able to get the dinner? I would have refused. No, we mess closes at 9:30 now. And I would have been very much in my position to say so now. What it takes me to make a few phone calls here and there and talk to you again. You require little extra effort to be a mentor, to be a teacher, to be a guide, to be a counselor, to be a problem solver, to share your experience. I want you to carry happy experiences from Chandigarh. I want everyone sitting online to carry happy experiences of this program so that you can happily share those experiences to your students. Thank you so much, my dear friends. This is what I want to share.